Hello and welcome to improveddrawing.com. Now, the second Zentangle pattern I want to discuss today is the mist Zentangle, which in terms of how it is organised as a pattern, it is slightly different. So we have an example in front of us. So it's quite a simple pattern, so I would say it's a good one to begin with and to practice. Okay, so again, I'm going to begin by draw with a frame which is 8.5 centimeters square, and I'll be beginning my drawing with an H pencil, moving on to using an HB and a 3B pencil. So I've drawn my border, and the next stage basically is to begin drawing the strands. Now, you can be creative with your Zentangle. It doesn't have to be a carbon copy of the one I've shown you. So I'm going to begin with this one with a slight curve on top and also a curve at the bottom, which will represent the different areas of the pattern. Okay, now obviously we begin here with different lengths of strands. If you wish, you can use a double line to represent these. Again, at this stage in your drawing, it's very important, especially if you're not too confident, to work with faint lines, not putting too much pressure on the pencil. And just working out where you feel you want to draw the various strands on this pattern, which can vary in length. So I'm just going to work my way across the design. Top to bottom. Just thinking about the intervals and the sort of rhythm that's being created through the lines which we're drawing. Again, at this stage, if there are any areas of the drawing which you think don't quite work, it's very easy just to go back and to erase them. Okay, now we've established where things are going to go, so I'm going to progress now onto using a fine liner. So I'm thinking with this drawing, as you saw with the example I showed you earlier, it's quite a good idea to use a darker line. Immediately gives you that contrast that you're looking to achieve. It's a very fluent way of working. So I'm going to vary the thickness of the line now. To keep it really fluid, you can overlap as well if you wish. Now, as with all Zentangle patterns, just see where it takes you. I'm just going to work my way across the drawing. Okay, so I'm free now just to, if you need to, just to erase any construction lines which are in the way or which detract from the pattern that you're trying to achieve. And the next stage is to add some little droplets which fall down from the bottom. Again, just varying the intervals and the size and shape of each individual shape. And then we're going to go back to the top. So it's quite important with this type of design to try to draw with confidence, have a fluid line, which in the end really does avoid those mistakes. And a fine liner can really help you achieve the fine detail that you're looking for in this type of pattern. So basically now it's just a case of working our way across and building up the areas of dark shadow. Now you can find a full description of how to draw the mist Zentangle pattern at my blog improveddrawing.com, simply by typing into Google easy Zentangle, step-by-step Zentangle patterns for kids, where you can find a detailed description of how to draw these patterns and the process that you'll need to undertake. So it's also quite important not to put your hand over the top of where you've just applied the ink, because it's very easily disturbed and smudged. Just keep your hand to one side or underneath, or use a tissue. This will avoid any mistakes, which can become a little bit tricky on occasions when you're dealing with detailed areas. So I'm just going to continue at this stage just to continue to add the dark areas. Now if you do make an error, a mistake, it doesn't mean that the drawing's finished. Just try to integrate it into the drawing. So if you suddenly produce a jagged line, or there's a lack of control, the line goes over like this, just work it in as part of the drawing. So we finished one side. I'm just going to continue now to add dark areas of pattern to the opposite side. Now these fine lines really do help you achieve that fine level of detail in this type of pattern. Obviously if you want to use a magnification tool, this really allows you to work into the drawing, look at any slight imperfections there are. Now this type of pattern really does contrast with the geometric square border. So you are free to adapt the border to change it, change the shape. It doesn't have to be geometric. So you can just assess how the drawing looks at the end. Sort of so just finish this off and then just take a good long look, see if there's any areas which require further attention or need to be adapted. So this is the Mr. Zentangle. So now you can obviously at the top bring areas of the drawing up. Which I think is quite interesting. Just keep this sort of random. And then we also have the border. which is here. I'm going to have a thick border outside, which really does set off the pattern. And then a fine board on the inside. And borders are quite an important part of Zentangles. And the final stage is to sign. So, thank you for watching. Please visit improvedrawing.com for more information. Thank you.